Hello, Alice. How are you doing today?
Hi. I'm fine. In Moscow, so good weather, and I walked, and it was great.
That's so nice. What did you do before our interview?
I'm cooked the dinner.
Oh.
Yes, it was muffins.
Nice.
Yes.
I love muffins.
Yes, healthy muffins.
They cannot be healthy, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so let's begin. So, what is your dancing and the sport background? What did you do before pole dancing?
I don't have any dancing and sport background. I have good flexibility by nature, but not strength. And pole tricks every time is challenge for me.
Yeah, for me also. Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you become a pole dance teacher? How did you start teaching pole dancing?
It was 7 years ago. I was a dance teacher and a fitness instructor. And after 3 months studying on regular classes, my pole teacher led the studio. And I decided to rent the pole studio and teach myself. Because no one pole teacher was good like my previous. And after I was my own dance group, and girls who attend my regular dance classes became interested in pole dance, because I talked about pole every time. And yes, and they asked to teach them, and so I became pole teacher.
Interesting. And what do you think the most difficult in pole teaching?
I think it's self-development, because when you teach, you have not enough time for it, and if you have regular classes, you had not enough time for your own training. I think it's the most difficult moment.
Okay, got it. And how to start pole dance teaching? This is very important question for me, because I'm thinking about it for a long time, and I still don't know how to start. So what do you recommend?
I think it's courses for pole teachers.
Courses?
And I think it's courses, yes.
Okay, like certificates. Okay, got it.
No, certificates, it's just paper. I think it's the best start point, because good courses include theory about anatomy and
Physiology. Okay.
Yes, and training process. Yes, and training process, and some moment like pole technique and how to spot your students.
And did you take any courses like this?
About exotic pole, of course, you also you need knowledge in anatomy, for example, because you work with a human body.
Of course.
About dancing process, I think you need just practice and in this sphere. You need practice with your own dance sequence, for example, and improvisation.
Yeah, that's very important. Most of people are scared of it, including me. Okay, so now let's talk about movement a little bit. So when I watch your videos, your movement looks very, very light. How do you achieve that? How to achieve this kind of light movement?
I improve body control, its strength, of course, active flexibility and stamina. Also, a lot of practice in this. In this sphere, and now I dance 8 years, and I think it's enough practice. Also, you need to check yourself. For example, you can take the video and after training, watch it and try to find the most difficult moment and the most hard moment, and think how I change this moment and make it smoother, like this.
Okay, yeah, that's it. So just to find the most difficult moments and just make them look lighter, something like this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So how many hours per day and how many days per week do you train? Because this is a very important question for me. I still cannot figure out my perfect balance training.
Okay, I have several kinds of training. For example, twice a week I go to the gym and I improve my butt and legs muscles, and twice a week I dance in exotic, and at least 1 week I make pole tricks. And sometimes I do cardio.
Okay. And how long is your training normally? Like 1 hour, 1.5, 2 hours?
1.5.
1.5. Okay, that's what I normally do too. So, what are your 3 best tips to achieve outstanding flow?
It's practice. Many hours of practice.
So, go 3 tips are practice, practice, and practice.
Practice and practice, yes. Yes. You need to improve flexibility, of course, active flexibility, and strength. But I know a lot of girls who have good fluidity and good strength, but we don't have fluidity and smoothness. You know?
Why is that?
Yes, I think just not enough practice in this direction. That's all.
Like dancing direction.
It's so specific. Yes, it's specific direction.
Okay, got it. It's interesting. Okay, so now let's take a let's talk a little bit about stage fear. So, how not to panic on stage? I think everybody wants to know how to not to do it.
So good question. Doesn't matter how much time you was on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Every time it's scary.
That's true.
Yes. If you have a little fear, it's good because adrenaline helps you to concentrate on performance.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and the main thing is confidence on stage, and it comes with practice. If you have so big fear and you feel don't feel the ground, for example, oh my god, it's so scary. Of course, you in this way you don't feel confidence, and audience feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
That's true. So, and the next question would be how to control your face, because when you panic, like all this stuff from your mind goes to your face,
like
and
yes.
you're like frozen.
It's,
How to control the
yes,
face?
it's like stone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, everybody watch me.
Yeah, but that's like the purpose. You go on
okay.
stage, everybody to watch you.
First step, it's rehearsals. You should control it on rehearsals. For example, if your performance very, for example, sexy,
Mm-hmm.
on rehearsals, you should feel it and make so sexy face, something like this. Yes. And when you train in studio, try don't look to mirror and work like on stage. Yes. Imagine that audience sit in front of you and watch you.
Mm-hmm.
And like this.
Okay, got it. It's normally just easy to say than to do it, but still. And also the question would be how to be artistic and emotional on stage.
Okay, try to dance with emotions in pole studio.
Mm-hmm.
It's important, yes. And also don't look to mirror. And don't be shy and not afraid to look stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Some girls, yes, feel not confidence because I look stupid, everybody watch me and think that it's for example, I not a good artist, something like this.
Mm-hmm. So they think too much, basically.
Yes.
A lot of negative stuff. Another very important question is about exotic styles. There are so many of them, and I personally still don't understand what's the difference. So, what is the difference between exotic flow, exotic heart, exotic just old school? And if you know any other exotic styles, just let me know. And can you just brief description? What are the differences?
Okay. Now we have so much branches of exotic styles.
Mm-hmm.
For example, exotic heart. It's sharp style and sassy, and this style requires great strength and stamina because art involves a lot of tricks usually, and classic exotic or old school is very sexy. It's close to striptease but without undressing, and my lovely flow, I like it so much. Yes, exotic flow, it's my favorite branch. It's smooth and fluidity dance, which involves flow walk and flow tricks and sequence with pole. And art, exotic art, I think it's not a branch, it's just show with some dance styles. Also, I know about frame up exotic, like frame up strip but with pole. And yes, also you can mix another dance style with pole on heels, and it will another branch of exotic styles.
Also, I know there are exotic theater and pole art, and I still don't really understand what's the difference between them. For me, they look pretty similar. I don't know. What do you think about it?
I heard about pole theater. I know about it, but exotic art.
I think it's pole. It's called pole art. I know in Russia it's very popular. Here, a little bit.
Pole art, it's not exotic.
It's not exotic.
Dance without heels. Usually, it's contemporary dance with pole.
Okay, got it. And the exotic theater, it's different.
Exotic theater, it's like show. Yes, it's just show with another equipment and with props and with people.
Some kind of theatrical performance, I guess. Okay, got it. And now the very important topic for me: how to find your own style. How did you find your own style? Because I mean, even if we see you, even like we don't see your face, we don't see your hair, we can still say that this is Alice Burning Heels because you have your type of movement. And I don't know, how did you achieve that?
I wasn't looking for my own style. It found me.
Listen, how did it find you?
Yes, I just danced. That's all. Yes, I haven't purpose.
Just to dance.
For example, yes, I just enjoyed it. That's all. Yes, I think if you feel pleasure when you dance, it's good. It's your style. Yeah. For example, I feel so ugly when I try to dance hip hop. It's not my style. Yes.
So, what do you think about dancing other teachers' choreos? Because that's what I do normally. I just take classes all the time, and I don't dance my stuff a lot. And do you dance other teachers' choreos at all? And did you dance before?
I think it's a good idea. Go to another teachers because it's improve your dance level. Yes, I do it, but seldom because I have a lot of pole training. Yes, but I like it so much. Normally I dance just funk or high heels.
High heels,
I like heels.
the one that without pole, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what are your 3 best tips to find your own style?
The first is try the different styles, film your dance routine, watch it and make conclusions. Which one is better? And the second one is dance what you like. I said about it. If you feel pleasure, it's your style. And the third one, you can try to find the good teacher who can help to find your style. If it's a really good teacher, she or he just look how you move and say what will better for you.
Interesting. Okay, and my last question would be, what are your plans like for the US? Any workshops, any English tutorials, any courses, anything? What are your plans?
Now I have not so much plans because we have so weird situation in our world. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, after all this
yes,
stops.
about courses maybe, about workshops of course. I plan to visit USA maybe next year or
Okay.
I don't
I'm
know.
looking forward to it.
I want it, yes.
And what city would you like to visit?
Which cities? Yes.
Like LA or New York.
Yes. It's. I think it's standards like New York, and beaches of United States, something like this. Of course, I want to work with girls from United States. I think yes, it's will so interesting for me.
Do any like online classes, something like this?
Maybe yes. On June 5th, we'll so cool online camp. Pilonia.
Wow.
Yes, it's Russian. Yes, it's Russian pole camp, and I will teach. You can take part of this.
Of course, I will.
If you want, you can write me in direct. And will give you all information about it, and also I teach private classes. Yes, with Zoom or FaceTime or Skype. Yes, about workshops. Yes, I plan it. You can check my Instagram. All information will post in my account.
Okay. So, whoever listens to us, if you want any online classes or any pole camp, just direct message to Alice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, Alice, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for interview. That was very informative. I hope everybody who listened to it knew a lot of useful stuff. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.